but I've been busy with garden landscaping projects. So we are today flying from Bardufoss, which is here, up to Tromso, and then from Tromso we'll be flying on to Hasvik, which is here. So we're doing 2 legs today. The first leg is about for 15-20 minutes max, and the second leg should take us about 35-40 minutes. So it's a sort of longer video today. It's really hot here in the southeast of England. I've just checked the temperature outside. It was 35.5 degrees. So I'm hoping my computer will cope, because it's running sort of around about 50 degrees centigrade, the processor. So I've got a fan on it as well to try and keep it cooler, but we'll have to see. If it gets too hot, I might have to not do the second leg. So we'll see how we get on with the first leg. So we'll get back into the Piper Comanche, which is here at we're sat here at Bardufoss. There's a nice Norwegian airline in at the moment. I think that's probably just a static aircraft part of the scenery, but so let's get into the cockpit. And first thing I want to do is to quickly set up. Let's get rid of this. Quickly set up a basic flight plan. So we'll bring this up here. So I have flight plan. So we're at ENDU. Push for the cursor, and the next stop will be I think it's TRO. Is it TR? Well, it's ENTC. So we'll just go to ENTC. Echo November. Echo November Tango, and Tromso. There we go. That was handy. So we'll accept that, and then after Tromso we'll be taking off and heading further north to Hasvik. MN. I think it's HK. H. It's gone past it. Sorry. There we go. Hasvik. So that's our flight plan. So we're heading north. The winds today are basically from the north, 310 degrees at 12 knots. So might be a bit bumpy. Weather's not too bad. It's a bit overcast. Well, not overcast, but a bit scattered and a few clouds at the moment in Bardufoss. But once we get going, the Tromso is supposedly clear at the moment, so we should get some good views en route. I think I've got photo scenery for the whole way up to Hasvik, so let's see if we can get started. So we'll have the cowl flaps open. Must remember to put those back. Let's turn these off for a minute just to start cold and dark. Right, master switch is on. We'll put the beacon on to let them know we're starting the engines. All clear, both sides. Oh, I know what I haven't done. Let me just see. I need to start my before I start the engines. Let's. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Start flying club flights. Right, so that's done. Let's do that down there so I can see it. Okay. So our beacon's on. I just need to I just need to change over my throttle quadrant from an Airbus to the Piper, and then we'll be starting the engines and getting underway. Right, so okay, so we'll put the fuel pump on first and the magnetos. So we'll bring the throttles back, bring that up a fraction, and we'll try and start the right engine. So we've got one good start on the right engine, so we can throttle him back a bit more, and we'll kick off fire up the left engine. Throttles up a little bit. It's the QNH is 1015, which is quite high, 29.97. So we want to be 29.956, probably about there. Okay, so throttles forward, and they're on. So we've got a good start on the left engine. Now we'll be taking off on runway 33, which is so we're currently sighted here outside the terminal, so we can taxi all the way down. They've got good taxiways here, so we'll taxi out here onto taxiway Yankee and taxi ourselves down. So taxi lights on, nav lights on, and we'll put the strobes on as well. I'll put a pitot heat on. I don't know if we need it on, but I'll leave the cowl flaps open for the moment, and we'll release the parking brake and head off down the taxiway. Probably don't need to go all the way down. We could probably go off at Delta, I think, and we won't go off at Charlie, but we'll go off at Delta. Oh, is this not the full taxiway? Oh yeah, we're going to go around here, haven't we? Sorry. Get around there? Should be able to. We get around at Kilo, I think. Whoop, sorry. Steering's a bit off. I think we'll join the runway here. I think the clouds are at 5,000 and 6,000 feet, so we'll probably go about 6,000 feet, I think, and See how we go. If the hills don't look too high, we can probably come down to maybe 4,000 and get a better view of the scenery. But okay, runway clear. Right, we'll line up. Okay, so we can have our landing lights on, flaps for takeoff. We'll get up over those trees by the look of it, and oh, actually, what runway are we on? 28. Oh, it's a westerly runway. Sorry. Yeah, so we'll be taking off to the west and then making a right turn when we can to join our flight path. So we're all ready, all set. Knots. He wants to lift off the ground. Positive rate. Gear up. Get up to 100 knots. Flaps up. Trimmed, climbing at 120, so that's fine. Just turn the engine sound down a bit in case there's any imbalance. So we're on about 24 RPM. Good, manifold pressure's looking good. We'll climb a bit more. So we want to head around to probably 3, 4. Heading northwards really. Outer marker. And then we can make a gradual turn and continue climbing. Very nice looking scenery today, the sunshine. taking a shallow approach to the to join the flight path as we're heading northwards anyway, rather than doing a more drastic join. Superb scenery around. As we get further north, probably improves. That's a nice shot. Get a quick screenshot of that. Bear with me a second. Get above this cloud if we can. Just to make sure we're clear of any peaks. I think we can probably level off there actually. I think that should be sufficient. So if we have a look, so we can get rid of Bardufoss. And we're going to Tromso. Tromso does have an ILS, so I think the weather on Tromso is from the north as well, so the winds. So we'll see what approach they've got. So we've got an ILS here for runway 36. So I think that's what we'll follow. So we want to head for KBV, NDB. So we'll put in here 283. This seems as if it's already picked it up as well, so it's following our route. So if we head for that and just ignore, we're not past it, I'm sure. Oh well, maybe we're coming up to it actually. That was quick. Oh yeah. Okay. Didn't think we'd get there that quick. So let's turn the altitude off and we'll start descending. Now what do we have to be at? 5,000 feet. So we want to somehow be at 5,000 feet. probably alright for the moment, actually. 5.5. No, 6.5. So let's go down a bit then. Let's throttle back. I'll throttle back, and I think it's probably just over this ridge. So I've got to avoid that ridge, but I think we should be safe at 5,000. If it comes to it, I can skirt around the ridge. So I'll do a gradual descent now to down to 5,000 feet. And the ILS was 1010.9. So if we pull this up, and we'll go 110 decimal. Oops, 110. Decimal 9, the ILS. Tromso, I don't think we need to put in. I haven't got. Oh, I've got one here. So this is. So if I put in 113.8, so like that, 113.8. So that's the VOR for Tromso. Yeah, I think it's somewhere down in this field. It's probably straight ahead, actually. Pretty well. Adjustment for the VOR, for the glide slope, localizer rather. Well, there's the airport. Just see it right in the distance. There's another good shot. Camera. Just want to get over this ridge here. That's alright. It's pulling us straight anyway. A wee bit below the glide slope, which is okay. I think we'll miss that ridge, pretty sure. Have them open anyway for landing. I always forget to close the cowl flaps. That looks really good over there, doesn't it? Really nice mountains. actually on a pretty good descent rate for the... Might have to level off. I'm just watching these glide slope needles here to make sure they don't come down too much. Seemed quicker than I was expecting to get to Tromso, but I shall take a wee break when we after we land, because I need to get a glass of water. I left it down. I meant to bring it up with me, but I left it downstairs. I forgot. I think we need to start descending a wee bit more. Throttle back. I can see 2 reds and 2 whites at the moment, so we must be doing fairly well, although we're probably a wee bit low, but a little bit below the glide slope, but we're doing okay. Let's throttle back a bit more. Tromso is quite a large airport for this region. It's frequented by all the Norwegian carriers, and Widerøe, one of the main regional carriers. I guess SAS and Norwegian probably fly in here too. So, descending a bit faster now. Just trying to bring my speed back a bit, so I'll what I might do is localizer mode for the moment. Hold the glide slope, I think. Flaps. I'll have the gear down so we don't forget. More thrust. Flaps are down for landing. I'll maintain around 90 knots. Bring the throttles forward a little. We'll go manual, I think. not get too high, but I don't want to get too low either, so not sure where the GA is here. So we'll just go off to the right. Might be around here possibly. Bit like 4 reds, so we may be a wee bit low, but we're okay. Long way here, so we can just let it slow. Typical, just getting the delivery, I think. While I'm coming in to land, but I'll have to leave it somewhere. Oh yeah, whoa, where are we going? Oh, I don't know why it does that sometimes. Where can we go off here? I think I'll have to turn around. Let's have a look at the map. Oh, I can go up the end, I suppose. Oh. I think sometimes it's the steering of this thing. We'll just park over here rather than going right down to the terminal. I better go and see what my delivery is doing. A bit of a nuisance, although he's probably gone by now. It's the Videro hangar. Oh, it's a shell office. Yeah, let's park over at the Shell office. Only because that's where I used to work for Shell, so Shell Aviation, that is. So we'll pretend that we're visiting the Shell office. I better turn around, I suppose. Although we could probably slip out that way next time. Right. Well, welcome to Tromso and welcome to the Shell office. Shut this down for a second. And parking brake on. Shut these down so that we start up again in the right order. And okay, what I'll do, I'll just have a view of the scenery, and we'll play some music while I go and sort out and get a drink of water. I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, we're back again, and I've got my glass of water, and the delivery man left the package outside, so no problem there. Okay, let's check our fuel. I can't remember what fuel I took off with, but let's stick a bit more in. I don't want to fly on the auxiliary tanks. Okay, so let's see if we can start up again. I should have turned that off for a start. Turn that off. Right. So master switch on. Let's see if we can do this again. And we'll head off up to Hasvik. I didn't turn any. Let's turn those landing lights off for now. Am I going to have trouble with this again, maybe? Yeah, it looks like it. Let me just reload. I have this trouble sometimes. Let's just reload the aircraft. Sounds as if the right engine has started anyway. Yep. So we'll try and start the left engine. Fuel pumps are on, magnetos are on, master switch is on. The left engine is started, so we'll turn on the avionics, turn on the radar, and we want to head off to, I don't think we've got too much in the way of, we got 386 is the NDB, but it won't pick it up yet, so we just have to follow our route. Okay. Better wait a bit before he takes off. Otherwise we'll be getting blasted out the sky with wake turbulence, which is modelled a bit in X-Plane as well, so we'll follow him down though, slowly. Watch him take off. That'll be good fun. It's just an AI aircraft, it's not, we're not on VATSIM or anything like that, so. We want to head somewhere in the region of 33 or 36. 30 degrees. Steering on this is very. I wonder if I can. Hang on a second. Let me just adjust the steering a bit. 3. That's probably why I'm not used to. I usually do it something like this. Yeah, that's why. That's better. It was too reactive. Now there he goes onto the runway. He's probably going to backtrack a bit, so we'll have to wait for him to take off. Although having said that, he's taken off to the south. That's strange. I want to go to the north actually. Yeah, he's turning around there. I should have gone the other direction. The AI has a weird way of determining the way they want to take off. Of course, we landed from the other way, so we'll head up. We'll head back up this way and watch him take off. You'll see him come up past here in a minute, probably. I assumed that was the direction we needed to take off in, but oh, where's this guy going? Oh, somebody else taxiing down that way as well, but let's get out of his way. There he goes. American Airlines, I don't think will fly in here, but it's just the default AI that it populates. There he goes. But I mean, the winds are from the north, so they ought to, if they're programmed properly, they ought to be taking off into the south. I mean, into the north. We're gonna wait here for that other guy to take off, and then we'll taxi out. That's the trouble when you're at a more international airport. You have to wait. So we'll just hold here. And we can perhaps watch the. Oops. What I meant to do? What's that I meant to do? Yeah, the other guy. He's down there now. He's taxiing on the runway to take off the same. But we're going to be taking off, I think, unless the winds change, but oops, sorry. Where are we? Briefing. So we are ENTC. The winds are 300 at 12 knots, so definitely from the north. He's just turning round. And then he'll take off. I don't want to go down the taxiway with him coming straight at me. It's a bit disconcerting. As long as he hurries up, I don't want to sit here too long. Nobody else behind him waiting to go. Here he comes. I think it's an MD-80 or something. It's one of the models in X-Plane. There he goes. Don't get any sound, unfortunately, with X-Plane's AI. Right, so we'll release the parking brake and we'll take off to the north. And up on the centre line. That's a pretty wide runway. Okay. Get it straightened up a bit. What we do. Okay. So, landing lights on. Generators should be on. Didn't turn them on last time. Cowl flaps open, flaps for takeoff. And props full forward. And away we go. Right rudder, keep us straight. Bit more right rudder. Where the wind's coming from. up we go. Positive rate, gear up. It's coming up. And we'll follow the field out on 20 knots. RPM back to about 24. Make this one active. Menu, enter. So seem to like following the flight plan, because we should be, I suppose we are left. No, we're left of the flight plan. I'd expect this bar to be this side really, so I don't think I'll follow that for the moment. I'll set my heading. Basically going to follow the field up here. We'll follow this field for a while anyway. So it'll be about 30, 45 degrees. That's probably what that heading is there. So let's stick it in heading mode. Au revoir, Tromso. I think we only need to fly probably at about, probably get away with 4,000 feet. Because most of it is over the sea, this route. There'll be some scenery off to the right, but our track takes us mostly over the sea, so it won't pick up the NDB here until we get closer anyway. So what I will do in a minute, once we get up to 4,000, is I'll level off and I'll put some music on, and I might pop and make myself a cup of coffee. So we're approaching 4,000 feet, which I think should be fine. So we'll level off. Let's level us off at 4,000 feet. following our heading, which is probably pretty much the way we want to go. We'll be skirting across this peninsular mountains here, so should be fine. So I'll get a nice outside view for you, and we want to be that side really. So. And this piece of music is called Good for the Soul. I'll be back in a little while. Never fear, pilot's back in his seat. Apologies the music finished, but there are only relatively short sequences. Looks like I might have missed. Oh no, we're drifting off course, that's why. Okay, so we want to head back this way. That looks more like default scenery. I must have missed. I thought I'd covered this area, but maybe I haven't. Oh, that's a shame. We'll have default scenery for the rest of the way. Oh, apologies again. We just let's get us back on course. Let's have a look. Bring up my ortho scenery. See what. Generate in a minute, give it a minute. Oh no, I only went as far as Tromso, that's why. So we're flying up to here, I think, at the moment. So yeah, we'll have default scenery for, but the same, a lot of it is over the sea anyway, but when I do the next leg, I'll make sure I've got scenery set up for it. Clear those peaks, I think. Yeah, just about. The default scenery or default textures are not too bad, but it's not quite the same as the photo scenery. Getting back on course a bit now. I think what I'll do, I'll cut across here, I think. Just in case that peak there looks a bit close. We skirt this one, and Hasvik's a bit further up. Let's have a bit more background music. What's that one? This is more Arabian type music. It's Mirage, it's called. All these tunes are available free on the YouTube music. I forget what it's called now. YouTube music. Anyway, they're free to use. So. Increase our RPM a bit, speed ourselves up a little bit. Beautiful day up here though, isn't it? It's a shame I haven't got the photo scenery for this lake. Glorious clear skies. Let's see if we have anything. I don't know what we've got for Hasvik. We've got something. Probably not a lot though. Come on. Load me up some charts. Maybe there isn't anything. It's a shame. Maybe there aren't any charts. I guess not. Oh, there we go. Runways in length. Explain what different length. Runway 11. See what it's probably still northerly winds. Top of descent, roughly 16 minutes. ETA at Hasvik, another 27. So if you're watching this not live, you can always skip through a bit. So we've got winds at 160 at 5 knots. Alright, clear skies, 17 degrees, QNH 1016. Roughly the same as we were before. 30 is the QNH, 015, so we get to Guinec, so we'll put it down, we'll put it up to 1016 when we start descending. So the winds are 160, so we'll see if so we've got 160. So that's so probably we want to fly in on runway 11. Oh, there we go. So we want to fly in on runway 11. Probably 160 will be coming from roughly this sort of direction. So we'll get a bit of a head stroke crosswind. But we'll go out, we'll fly up to the airport and then do a sort of circuit to land over the sea, coming over the sea. So approaches, we've got an RNAV for runway 11. Yeah, so we want to head out to Etned. So what we could do is to see if we can add Etned in here. So if I go, now I never know, I might have to do, we'll see what happens. I don't know if it adds it before or after, so oops. Get hold of this one. See if it's got that waypoint. Is it Etned November Echo and Delta, not Bravo? That's in Canada. Oh yeah, there we go. So if we put that in, yeah, it's put it in the right place. So that's good. So it looks as if we're quite a way off at the moment. So yeah, there's Etned. So we need to head more this way. We'll head to Etned and come in. It'll probably be about 2,400. We're over the sea. And with these heights are more for the larger prop aircraft and stuff that probably fly in here, like Videro. To Etned, and then I'll descend to is it 2,400? Yeah, 2,400, and then we'll pick up the localizer. Has the localizer got a? No, so we've just got 386 for the NDB Hotel Kilo. Probably put some reflections on. Let's have a look. There we go. Got some mountain reflections in the water, as it's quite a still day. How many villages there are up here? Not many, I don't think. This peninsula here is called Silda. A bit beyond this bit, I think, is Stienoja. This bit with the flat top. Stenoia, I think, or it could be this bit, but I think it's more likely that, I don't know, it could be this bit. One of them's called Stenoia anyway. Make sure we're still heading, yeah, for Etneb. I think we could come just a little bit further out. Too far. Well, the NDB is kicked into life, so we see which direction Hasvik is, which is pointing sort of in this direction, but we're going to come in from the sea side, so to speak. About 10 miles to go, so I think what we'll do is we'll take it off of altitude mode and pull our throttles back and just have a gentle descent down to 2,500 feet. And the speed back, about 500 feet per minute will do us. know what I didn't do as well. Forgot to close my cowl flaps again. Never mind. We'll leave them slightly open for approach. Every time I forget it. So this needs to be pointing in 211 to be the direction that we need to land in. So you see we're approaching Entebbe, which is here. We won't go up to there. We'll do a slow turn round and keep descending. I think descend a bit more. So we'll do a slow turn, I think. Whoops, sorry. Just our heading, as we'll be able to see the airport quite clearly. We'll go on to 11 for now. We're looking at the NDB here, we're near enough spot on. I think we'll level off a bit. Fairly level, 2,500 feet. Is that the airport there? I wonder. Runway. Could be the runway. Okay, let's take a heading off a minute. I think that could be the runway there, you know. In which case I do need to descend. Or it could, there's the runway, I can see the flashing beacon. It's in between the two mounds, so we'll come around this way. Throttle back more. Get the flaps down. Get some gear down. Still on actually, but Hasvik Tower, Echo Oscar Kilo is on the final approach runway 11. Full stop landing. until we see the lights change a bit. Practically no wind today. As I say, the sea's like a mill pond. Very calm. Tell whether they're white or red, to be honest, from this distance. I think that's near enough. 2 whites, or is it 3 reds and 1 white, possibly. Because I've got a lot of airport scenery here. Where's the turn off for here? Oh, it's that one. It's off to the left. Okay. So it should be a taxiway. Yeah. 2 whites, 2 reds. Right. Drifting off centre line. Coming in a bit fast, so slow ourselves down. 90 knots. Keeping an eye on the threshold. Let's see if the wheel will keep me. Whoops. There's a bit of a slopey runway here. Alright. That'll do nicely. Where's the exit? Oh, where's the exit? Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. 2 exits. By the look of it, we'll go in this one. Welcome to Hasvik. There's a guy waiting to give us some fuel or air or something. Top up the air conditioning maybe. Right, so we just want to turn ourselves around here and we'll park somewhere about. Oh, we can park at that one. Look, I can see it out my window then. There we go. Welcome to Hasvik. Nice little airport in the middle of nowhere. But I'm sure they're very appreciative of planes bringing supplies and things up this far north. We'll turn all our lights off. Pitot heat off. Throttle back. Running for a bit. And shut down. Well, thank you for flying with me today, and hope to see you again probably after the weekend sometime. So I'll leave you with a bit of music and our closing. Oh, what's this one? No, I don't want that one. What about Willie's Sunny Side? How about that?